Gary Stokin told us on our tailgate show they expect around 80,000 in the building today, which would be the largest crowd to witness an event here, at least a sporting event, in this stadium. All right, it's time for the coin toss today, brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. Our referee is Michael Roach from the ACC. DJ Shockley on the field. Let's throw it down to Shock.
Mr. Prowl, we're also joined by members of the Peach Bowl Committee, as well as Mr. Virgil Miller, who is the president of Aflac.
Well, the referee may have blown the circuit in the microphone there. Michael Roach.
We have a commemorative coin for the event.
But Georgia's captains are on the field. Jalen Walker.
And then the team logos.
And Michael Williams.
On the bottom will be the tails.
Tate Ratledge and Carson Beck.
There we go. Now, heads or tails? Tails. Tails is the call. Mr. Miller, if you'll do us the honor. Tails is the call. And it is tails. Clemson has won the toss and elected to receive the football.
So, yeah, that's all the pertinent information for the most part. Now they just pick a direction and we'll take off. Georgia in red in the home uniforms today. Red jerseys and silver breeches and red helmets. Clemson mostly in white, an orange helmet, white uniforms, jerseys and pants, orange numbers. As we said, the officials out of the ACC today. Clemson won the toss. They'll take the football. And look like Georgia will be kicking from left to right to get it started here. So we're almost ready for game time. But before we get there, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
So now it's time to tee it up here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Opening kickoff powered by Georgia Power. Doesn't matter where in the Peach State you're cheering on the Dogs. Georgia Power is energizing your community. Visit georgiapower.com/community to learn more. We are situated here inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Let's check in with Shock on the sidelines. His reports today brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. DJ.
Hey, fellas, one last word coming out of the locker room for Coach Smart. The number one thing he mentioned was you have earned the right to be here. You earned the right in all the walkthroughs, all the off-season stuff, all the sweat. You deserve to be here. Nobody works as hard of us. And let's go bust that you-know-what, and let's go get it done.
Now, he didn't say you-know-what, I bet. I bet he used the real word. Georgia will kick it off from left to right. It'll be Peyton Woodring to kick it off for the Dogs. He's got it teed up on the 35, close to the far hash. And back deep for Clemson, Phil Maffa, their running back, stands on the goal line waiting to receive the kick. Georgia's huddled up in two bunches to the left and right of Woodring. They break apart. Here we go. The season is underway as Peyton jams his foot into this one and sends it long and high and sailing to the far side of the end zone, and it lands about 5 yards deep and rolls through the back line for a touchback, and that's how the season will get underway. Clemson will have the football, 1st and 10. We'll lose yardage on the play on the sack, and now we'll have to try a field goal for the first points of the game.
Clemson didn't have one linebacker in the box, just daring the Dogs to run the football there. We, of course, threw it. Clemson with 4 down linemen able to get pressure on Carson.
Lost 4. Makes it a 30-yard try for Peyton Woodring, and the kick is up and good by Woodring, and those are your first points of this game and of this season. Peyton Woodring with a 30-yard field goal, and with that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs General Scholarship Fund. Thank you, Allstate. Georgia leads Clemson with 8:49 to go, second quarter. It's the Dogs 3 and the Tigers nothing. Our first half presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck, there's only one call, that's all. 404, call Ken. Back to Atlanta after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network. He missed his only 50-yard try last season in this building against Alabama in the SEC Championship. This one from 55 yards near hash, kicking left. Snap, hold is good, kick on the way, and the kick is good! good. 55 yards. Peyton Woodring makes it a 6-0 Georgia lead.
Boy, just snuck inside the left upright. Plenty of leg on it. Wasn't sure if it was going to just miss to the left, but somehow snuck through that goalpost.
How about that? Career long for the sophomore Peyton Woodring, and with that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs General Scholarship Fund. Thank you, Allstate. And thank you, Peyton Woodring. What a boomer. 6-0, Dogs.
We playing a good game. Inside linebacker for Clemson. Stood Frazier up in the hole there.
2-yard gain. Now we've got Cash Jones in the backfield. Two receivers tight to the left. That's Lovett and Smith. One to the right. That's Colby Young. He's going after Colby. Beck puts it in the air. Caught on a spinning move in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Boy, great route right there by Colby Young. It was just a fade to the corner of the end zone, but Colby Young did such a good job going vertical on a stem, leaving Carson Beck 15 yards on the outside to place that football.
Going to the guy with a little size on the outside, 6'3", Colby Young with the touchdown. His second Georgia reception is a touchdown for the Miami transfer, and Georgia increases the lead to 12-0. And it looks like they're going to go for a 2-point conversion here. That Georgia touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. 7-yarder to Colby Young. They will go for 2. Ball's on the near hash on the 3. Cash Jones in the backfield. 3 tight to the right. Man in motion is Smith to the right. Beck looks, now whistles blow, and they kill the play. Flag is down at the line of scrimmage across the way.
False start. Offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Well, will that get the kicker in the game? And it will.
Got down to the 1-yard line. There was a great block by Colby Young to help Dominic Lovett get free at the line of scrimmage for the nice gain.
1-yard touchdown for the freshman, his first, hopefully of many to come for Nate Frazier from Compton, California. He's getting the glad hand on the Georgia sidelines after that. Dogs will try the point after with Peyton Wood to the right. Play clock down to 5. He's talking to everybody. He's talking to Maffa. He's talking to his 3 receivers. They send Maffa out of the backfield to the right. Klubnik pulls it down, tries to run, nowhere. He got to the 14. That's a 2-yard loss. He was deep in the pocket. Raylan Wilson, the first guy to reach him, and Jalen Walker, who's having a tremendous second half for the Georgia defense, was in on the play as well. 4th down and a mile, and the Tigers will have to kick it. And the punter now is backed up to his goal line.
A lot of confusion there for Clemson on the offensive side of the ball. Klubnik struggling just to get that snap off. Little quarterback draw into the teeth of the Georgia defense.
Aiden Swanson. He hasn't kicked them long today. Maybe that'll be a break for Georgia. Here's the kick. He booms it from the 3. That's his best punt of the day. Long kick back to Anthony Evans. No fair catch at the 32. Avoids one man. Up the hash. Veers to the right. And they bring him down just short of midfield, about the 47-yard line.
Well, wouldn't be surprised right now with the momentum in this football game to see Mike Bobo take a shot.
Well, good spot to do it. 46 is where they spot Evans down after a 54-yard punt, by far Swanson's best punt of the day. A 14-yard return, however, and that's Evans' best return of the day. 1st and 10 Dogs on our 46. Georgia leads at 20-3 here in the 4th. Beck, quick throw out to the left. It's caught. First tackle missed. Shook him off. Arian Smith tried to get going after he shook that first tackle, but Clemson recovers defensively. It's a short gain of maybe 2 on the wide side of the field at the 40, in the vicinity of the 48. He broke away from Woodaz, the linebacker, who's been pretty sure-handed today, but Peter Woods, the defensive lineman, was over there to get him out in the right flat.
Inside slip screen. We had big Ernest Green, offensive lineman for Georgia, trying to slip out to get one more block for Smith to break that. Just didn't get there in time.
Second 8 from the 48. Play fake to Brenson Robinson. Beck will throw it to Arian Smith. Tried to spin to the sideline, get away from the defender. He made the catch and got the first down, a Scana Energy first down. But on the spin move, Jaden Lucas was able to stay with Arian and make the tackle at the Tiger 41-yard line.
Curl route on the outside. One-on-one coverage. We've had that quite a bit today as Clemson has played the majority of single safety, 3 deep.
11-yard gain on the quick out for Georgia. First and 10 Dogs just outside the Clemson 40-yard line. Driving to our right with a 20-3 lead. Beck under center. Takes the snap. Hands off. Branson Robinson fighting and tugging and driving for yards on the left side. It's just not there. Clemson got over there and defended it well as Trey Williams makes the tackle right at the 40. Got about a yard. Let's check in with Shock on the sidelines. Brought to you by Ken Nugent.
Hey, fellas, one thing to give the fans a little notice is one thing they did in the second half to kind of slow down this defensive front for Clemson was they changed their snap count. They talked about that at halftime so they can see all the twists and the stunts and the blitzes to help the offensive line.
Good stuff. Now it's second down and about 9 to go for the Dogs on the Tiger 40. Beck to throw with time in the pocket. He launches it, lets it fly. It's incomplete as the receiver went to the turf at the 25. That's Colby Young, but ball hit the turf before it got into Colby's hands, and it's ruled incomplete. Colby Young with a touchdown earlier today, a 7-yard.
I believe C.J. Allen right in his face, still delivered a strike.
Klubnik's got a lot of time going for a deep ball down the far sideline. And did we intercept that thing? Oh, my goodness. A dive. That was just like the Oregon game. Malachi Starks with a brilliant interception down at the Dogs' 20-yard line on the far side of the field. Wow.
Only thing different, it was on the other sideline this time. Same side of the field, but goes up with his back turn. Makes just a leaping grab, falling backwards to pick it off, almost identical to the Oregon pick from a couple of years ago.
Well, he just left his feet, reached as high as he could, caught the ball, spun in the air, and landed safely with the interception, and the ball safely tucked away in his right arm. Holy smokes, what an interception.
Well, Dogs a chance right now just to blow the roof off the bins.
Massey Ferguson is our Red Zone sponsor. Experience the straightforward, dependable tractors that will take you through the season strong. Georgia from the 15, leading by 24, 6:20 to play in the game. Beck under center, turns around, will hand it off to Cash Jones. He stiff arms a man, puts his foot on his hand on the ground to keep his balance. Sideline, pylon, touchdown, Cash Jones.
Boy, what an effort right there by Cash Jones, running through some people, somehow able to reach out and stretch. I think his body may have been out of bounds. He just reached the football over to hit the pylon. Great effort.
He stiff-armed a man across the way and then had to put his own hand on the grass to keep his balance, and then he really did tightrope it right towards the pylon, ran right into the pylon camera on the far sideline and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, they may have to take another look at this one. Well, they may not. He was right on the sideline.
Yeah, he was millimeters away from stepping on the chalk, but he apparently did not. And he gives the Dogs 6 more. Here's Peyton Woodring. He got 4 yards on the ground there to the 23-yard line. Clock ticking down, less than 90 seconds now. The countdown will begin. Game 1 almost in the books. Georgia will be 1-0, 40 straight regular season wins for the number 1 team in the country. And certainly in the second half, I think they maybe just showed the nation why they are ranked number 1. 62 seconds to play. Dogs will run it with Bowens to the left, down the line, and Clemson will pile it up. I don't think he got anything, running towards that far sideline, and they'll spot it at the 21-yard line. Lost a couple. 3rd and 8. 40 seconds to go. Dogs taking their time. 22 seconds on the play clock. 32 seconds to go in the game. Georgia keeps Clemson out of the end zone all day long. Tigers got 3 points today. Georgia didn't have a touchdown until the second half, and then we got 4 of them. Dogs snap it one more time. Hand it off to Bowens. He's looking for space behind the left tackle and the left guard. He finds a little bit and surges forward up to the 25. And that will be the last play of the game. The Dogs are going to win the Aflac kickoff game, knocking off the Clemson Tigers once again. They have now won 8 of the last 9 meetings in this series. Your final score today, Georgia 34 and Clemson 3. There was a lot of defense, a handful of mistakes in the first half, but Georgia, turned it on in half number 2 and just wore out the Tigers. 28 points on the board in the second half, and they win it 34-3 going away.
Boy, did they ever. A few small adjustments, started to attack the perimeter of this Clemson defense, and then we just wore them down, and then everything really started working. But really good game for Carson Beck. Took care of the football, accurate throwing, offensive line got stronger and stronger as the game went on. And then, boy, Nate Frazier, something else, and got contributions from a lot of different receivers. London Humphreys looked good. Colby Young with a touchdown catch. A lot of things to be happy about.
Only 1 turnover in the game today, and that was a brilliant, miraculous interception by Malachi Starks, which shadowed the one he had in this building against Oregon as a freshman a couple of years ago. It was the same style, a diving, almost falling on his back interception, and just a brilliant catch for Malachi Starks. You'll certainly want to see the replay on that. We'll replay this game and more. We'll hear from the head coach. They're putting a little mobile stage out on the field now, and Georgia will be the winner of the old leather helmet that goes to the victor in this ball game, and I'm sure they'll parade it around, and a lot of guys will be wearing that hat for photo ops as we continue here with our post-game show coming up straight ahead. So the game is in the books. Georgia is a winner over Clemson 34-3. Stay tuned for our post-game coverage from Atlanta coming up next here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.